What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to Net Chess and Chill. Today is episode number 41 on my journey to 1200 ELO. You might notice that I'm wearing the same clothes as I did yesterday because it is the same day. And yeah, hopefully this video's audio won't be scuffed like the last one. So without further ado, let's get into today's game. We're going to get some tunes on and jump right into it. All right, playing XAAR75, and they are international. I don't know what that means. But we're going to play a London. So D4, D5, bishop to F4. And the goal is to not lose, at least on time would be great. So they bring their bishop out early. I can play E3. Regular London stuff. Now, in the Joe Baba, I like to pawn storm in this situation, but I don't think that I should play a Joe Baba London, so I'm not going to. I'm going to get this knight out. They play C5, I play C3. I will be taking with E3 pawn, keeping this as a nice structure. So I'm kind of nervous. I think I want to trade off the bishop. Not a big fan of his bishop just getting all the scope. So I am going to trade off the bishop if my opponent allows it. He's playing really fast right now, and so am I. So I think that I'm going to slow down a little bit. Not as much as so he wants to attack the pawn, right? If I play b4, this becomes weak. So I'm wondering if I take this, he takes. Can I defend? If I take this and he takes here, this is under attack and my rook is under attack. I could bring this piece into here, but then I lose this pawn. So I'm losing a lot of pawns in that scenario. So maybe I can just push the pawns. He's not really developing. Yeah, I mean, if I take here, it messes up his pawn structure, but he can just come in then, and I have a little bit of an issue there, mostly with this knight and this pawn. So I guess instead of thinking too much longer about it, I'm just gonna play b4, which is definitely not the right move, but it's what I'm gonna play. I don't have to worry about the pawn now, and now I feel like his queen looks kind of silly over here. So again, I feel like this is a threat, and he should maybe pay attention to it. He could sack his knight here with a check. So we'll get our knight developed. This is a weak pawn now. I need a castle. So takes. Takes. I think I have to take. So if I take, he's going to take. I'm not really worried about this. It seems like just a big trade. Because I can just take this. I can just take this. My bishop defends. His queen is got good eyes across the board right now. But I think I had to take that for sure. I want a castle. I think I've said that already. Definitely want a castle. So we take. I am up a pawn. Let's see. So if I take this pawn like this, he's going to take, I take, then he takes. I could drop my bishop back to give a check. Could also just do this. If I do this and he takes this pawn, I can come in like this. I could also, I think I am gonna take the pawn. Do I have anything better? If I castle, I'm just gonna lose the pawn. So I think I need to take it. Take it with the knight or the pawn. Like I said, if I take with the pawn, I'm gonna take with the knight. If he wants to trade like this is fine with me. It'll give me these pawns in the center. And I'm down to come back like this. Could even. Okay. I didn't think about the bishop move. I probably should have. But maybe I can just move my king. This might look crazy, and it might be crazy, but I'm going to move my king. If the queen takes that... this pawn is hanging. It's a big deal. My bishop is hanging. This pawn is hanging. If I move my queen here, he can move his rook here. Yeah, I don't want to do this because then he just takes the pawn and then I'm pinned. Maybe it's not so bad. If I move here, he takes this. I back my king up. He does this. If I give this check, he can't do much right now to block it. I'm gonna do that because it looks like it loses the queen. Huh. We got there. It took me a minute, but we got there. Haha! We got there, guys. Y'all thought I was gonna miss it. I found it, guys. I found it. 84.8%. So I didn't feel like he played a very good game. That was probably one of the highest opponents I've beaten ever, though. And, guys, new peak, rated 1020. Yeah! It's cool. Feels good, man. Feels good. All right. So, pretty quick game. Was pretty fun. 3 inaccuracies by your boy, though. So, let's see kind of what we weren't getting. All book moves. So, the best move here is actually to give the check. And then maybe play c3. I don't know. Not gonna lie. I see that. I never like this move. I know right now he's going to have to play a move like this first, or move his king, which he's not going to do that. He's going to block, right? And then I take, he takes, and then I can play this maybe. Maybe that's the idea. I didn't want to give up my bishop for that knight by any means. So this was an inaccuracy. Taken with the knight would have just been ideal. Putting pressure on this piece. And also, we can get away with this because I can actually rotate my knight in to block the queen coming in over here. So that actually is a pretty cool move. So taking with the pawn was a bit inaccurate here. I thought trading the bishops would have been a good idea. It was alright, not a bad idea, but they wanted the knight here first. So if the queen does come here, I can just reroute over to here, and this is not a bad knight by any means. He's got big aspirations, especially if the queen comes here and blocks this pawn. So the queen does come over. In fact, I played this move, which is I was pretty positive this wasn't a good move. Taking would have been better and letting him come in. I kind of want to see, he has to take back. Yeah, I mean, so I should have just, so my problem is that I thought that if I took this, he was just going to come into here. But, and if that happened, I mean, what do I do here? So if I take, he takes this pawn. He can't take that if I just leave it as is. But my rook is hanging, right? So I need to do something about that. And my thought was move the knight over to here. But then he takes this. And I'm not liking all the things. I'm not liking all the things. Because then this pawn hangs. He just works his way up the pawns. So I don't really know what would have been a better idea for me if he did do that, but the computer says that that's not what should happen anyways. So he goes to pin my knight. I just developed my other knight. I just took this pawn here. I was kind of worried at first. I was like, wait, because I didn't want him to push again, right? So I knew I needed to take, but I was like, wait, it's just going to be a big, like I can't take with my knight, right? But my bishop's here, so didn't even need to worry about any of that. Here, I took with the knight, not the best move. Maybe taking with the pawn, or okay, threatening his knight, kicking it away first, defended by my bishop. I figured there was something here. I just couldn't really see it. And I took with my pawn. So that would have been a nasty move. Nasty. I would have loved to see that. I knew that I was missing some things here. Taking with the pawn. This was something that I missed. I just, for some reason, I was like, yeah, the bishop doesn't exist anymore. No, the bishop totally exists. So I thought moving the king was a good move. And funny enough, it is the best move. Didn't want to bring this back here or anything like that. And this is also just hanging. So he does come in and take it. But I found... It took me a minute because I did not see this, but I was like, this has to be good. Like, I have a check here, I have a check here. You know, I was like, one of these has to be good, and I had this conundrum of if I move my bishop to attack the queen, he just takes this, and then I'm pinned to my king, and then I gotta do all these moves to get, you know, well, one, that doesn't work first. I gotta do this, and then that. I don't know. I was like, this is a lot. There's got to be something here, and I saw it. Given the check was just gold mine, and yeah, he resigned immediately because I'm sure he saw it before I did. But yeah, fantastic game by us. Played like a 1400. Opening was all right, wasn't bad, but our middle game was top tier, baby, top tier. So hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, let me know what you think about some of these games that I win versus the ones that I lose. I know this one was kind of fast and it was just almost barely made it to the middle game, but let me know what you guys think about these games versus some of the ones I've been playing recently. Like, am I playing better? Do I need to keep on practicing? I'm sure that's always the answer, right? Is keep on keeping on. But I hope you guys think I'm improving, because I like to think that I am improving. Again, my time situation has always been kind of my weak point. Even in this game, I'm down 3 minutes on the clock, and it took me a long time to just see a simple tactic such as, bishop b5 check, winning the queen. So I have lots to work on still, right? But I think that I'm doing better, and I'm seeing things that I don't normally see. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you next time.